Hello, this is an introduction to the world of fallacies. Fallacies are not human mistakes. Fallacies have a purpose, and their purpose has benefits for the individual who builds them. There are three possible purposes when you deal with fallacies. One, to avoid personal risks. You build fallacies to avoid them. Two, to destroy something that bothers you or that you have a reason to destroy it. Consider that as matter, when there is a matter, there is an antimatter. When there is a concept, there is an anti-concept. Fallacies allow installing anti-concepts that destroy a concept. And the third use are the fallacious myths that are built to build parallel realities in cultures, in microcultures, in order to build a reality that does not bother individuals who feel they have weaknesses they cannot accept. Fallacies, in fact, are driven by beliefs or by needs, meaning the expansion of fallacies, the expansion meaning the building of massive fallacies, if fallacies is based on the existence of beliefs that work as truth. When you need to sustain a truth, you build the necessary fallacies to sustain it. And on the other extreme, the most basic and avoidable fallacies are those that are driven by needs. When the needs drive an individual, the individual builds the fallacies to satisfy these needs. And to satisfy these needs or to sustain the beliefs, the individual builds the necessary ideas, true ideas or apparent ideas, meaning hypothetical ideas that sustain these fallacies. On the other hand, it is necessary to develop the necessary perception of facts that sustains the fallacies. Based on that, we could define four types of fallacies. Basic type of fallacies, meaning those fallacies that deal with the concept of an individual has in mind. Motion fallacies, where the individual does things and thinks they will work and it won't work. Inaction fallacies, to sustain the inaction of an individual. Doubt fallacies, to install the necessary doubts to avoid assuming a responsibility. And taxonomy fallacies that allow avoiding the categorization of things in order to assume the responsibility. This is what is behind the individual fallacies. When we talk about destroying fallacies, it has to be accepted that when something needs to destroy, the fallacy sustains the anti-concept that is installed in order to destroy a concept. Consider when a concept and an anti-concept, I apologize for this abstraction, come together, they destroy each other. Meaning, when you install a doubt fallacy or you install a naturalist fallacy, which deals with the taxonomy of things, you install necessary and anti-concepts to destroy something. Finally, there are the fallacious myths that are built in cultures, being them microcultures or macrocultures, to sustain and to avoid the disgregation of the culture. The cultures are sustained by the belief that they belong to something, that things work and that things will improve. When there are weaknesses that cannot be accepted, the culture builds the necessary fallacies to avoid the perception that things are not going the way the society believes so. And consider that when a person does not accept the fallacious myth of a culture, it is an alien, automatically will be rejected by the culture, rejected by the society. This building of fallacies is what sustains 99% of the problems that appear in the world. 99% of the problems are based on fallacious beliefs, on fallacies that sustain needs, on utopias that are posed in order to sustain an objective that cannot be achieved, and in underdeveloping cultures, meaning those cultures that are evolving, fallacies are the driver of that involution. Therefore, the responsibility of each person is to find a way to confirm that the actions a person is doing or proposing are not fallacious. To do that, all what you need to have are the groundings of what you're doing and doing the necessary testing of what you're proposing. That is all what we propose. That is extremely simple, extremely difficult to apprehend, because fallacies are beliefs, and when a person has a fallacious belief, he is more convinced than any other that he's right. Thank you.